With the 27th pick in the 2017 NBA Draft, the Brooklyn Nets select Kyle Kuzma from the University of Utah.
Kyle Kuzma, the 27th pick in the 2017 draft, has done nothing but exceed expectations since the start of his career. And his rookie season showed that. He averaged an impressive 16 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists on 45% shooting from the field and 36.5% from 3. However, one of his glaring weaknesses was his defense, where he couldn't shuffle his feet fast enough to stay in front of guards, and he wasn't strong enough to bang with low post players. And another one of his weaknesses was playmaking. It seemed at times that whenever Kuzma got the ball, he would just shoot it. He also missed open passes to teammates and making the extra pass, so people started saying he had tunnel vision. But even with all this criticism, it seems like Kuzma is on track to have a pretty good career. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down Kyle Kuzma's season so far, and I'm going to be breaking it down based on scoring, playmaking, defense, rebounding, and versatility. He'll get a rating out of 5 stars for each category, and let's get into the video. The first topic I'll be talking about is Kyle Kuzma's scoring ability. This, in my opinion, is Kuzma's biggest strength. He has a multitude of options when trying to score the ball because of his length, his size, and his speed. One of the biggest improvements I've seen from Kuzma this season is his ability to go one-on-one against what is usually a slower defender at the power forward position. One of his favorite moves to use is off a post-up where he's able to face up, hit the defender with a jab step, and then go the other way, and either have an acrobatic finish or a dunk at the rim. Another move he really likes off the face-up is the drive towards the baseline. He can either throw it down for the reverse dunk or go for a reverse layup. Another aspect of his scoring game, which I think is where he's most dangerous, is in transition. Just like his one-on-one game, he uses his size and speed really well. He's a really consistent finisher when it comes to finishing in transition, which has led to his career high in field goal percentage at the rim at 67.4%. His favorite move coming down the court is an in and out into a Euro step, or he'll just do an in and out and drive to either his right or his left. His increased drives to the basket have also increased his free throw rate, as he's averaging 3.5 per game. And while Kuzma has shown strides in his game, there is one aspect he's struggled in this season and he's regressed in from last season, which is his 3-point shooting. On 370 attempts this season, he's only shooting 30.5%. Compare this to last season's 36.5%, and it's kind of concerning, especially when he has LeBron on his team, who's able to suck in a lot of defenders and give Kuzma more open shots. I don't think this trend will stick next season, and I think he'll be able to find his rhythm. But because we're talking about this season, I'll have to dock some points from him. So in terms of scoring, I give him 3.5 out of 5 stars, which is pretty solid. The next category I'll be talking about is his playmaking, which I'll have to admit this season has really improved. In my opinion, I think the reason for Kuz's improvement in this area is because of his willingness to pass the ball. Last season, it seemed like all he wanted to do was shoot and score. Now, he's slowing the game down for himself, he's letting the game come to him, and it's yielding a lot better results. He's shown the ability when posting up to hit backdoor cutters, he's shown the ability to skip the ball when it needs to be skipped to the other side for an open 3, and when he's driving, he's been able to hit the cutter cutting down the middle of the lane or on the opposite baseline. He's also been great passing in March, averaging 4.6 assists per game. I would like to see that throughout the whole season, however. I think it's possible for him in the future, especially with how many touches he gets in this offense. He isn't perfect, however, and he's missed some passes this season, and at times looks like he's back to his tunnel vision self. And for that reason, along with low assist numbers, I'll have to give him 2 stars on the playmaking category. The third category that I'll be talking about is Kuzma's defense. Looking at his defensive numbers, more specifically his defensive rating, it stands at 109.4 according to NBA.com, which amongst all players in the league would be 372nd. That's pretty bad. But in my opinion, although numbers do tell some part of the story, I don't think they tell all of the story. And let's note that this season, Luke Walton for some reason experimented with Kuzma at the center position, where he got swallowed up. Kuzma himself has said he's more of a perimeter defender, and I full-heartedly agree with him. He's actually had some good moments of one-on-one defense, especially on some of the NBA's biggest stars. And while Kuzma is still improving, he's still suspect to getting blown by on defense, and he's not strong enough to guard the post just yet. He doesn't really contribute any defensive stats like steals or blocks, and for that reason, I'll have to give him a 2.5 stars on the defensive category. Rebounding is the next category up, and it's pretty self-explanatory. On the season, Kuzma's averaging about 5.5 rebounds per game. These numbers are expected because he plays more like a guard, but it's worth noting that it's actually down from last season where he averaged 6.3 rebounds per game. It would be nice to see Kuzma average 7 to 7.5 rebounds as his career progresses, and it would really help the Lakers as they're 11th in rebounding in the league right now, and maybe they could hit that top 10 if he improves. More specifically, I'd like to see him focus on his offensive rebounding, as the Lakers are only 22nd in that category. So for the rebounding category, I'll give Kuzma 3 stars. And finally, the last category that we'll be talking about is versatility, and I believe this is Kuzma's biggest, if not his second biggest strength. Although he's listed at power forward, I truly believe Kuzma doesn't have a position. He has the ability to play between the 2, the 3, and the 4, which makes him really valuable in terms of lineups that Luke Walton wants to set, if Luke Walton knew how to set his lineups. He also has a lot of potential in terms of defensive versatility. He's shown at times this season that he's able to hold his own against perimeter-oriented guards or forwards, using his length and his speed to disrupt them. I could see Kuzma this offseason working on his strength so that he's able to bang with post players down low. If he does this and continues to work on his perimeter defense, he could be a really dangerous two-way threat in the future. And because of this, I'll give Kuzma 4 stars in terms of versatility. So, you've seen all the categories, you've seen all the scores, it's now time to give the final verdict. As of now, I still see Kuzma as just a scorer, but he's one of the best role players in the league right now. He's also improving his game in all aspects, and if he continues at this trajectory, I could see him being a star in the league in the future. He could eventually become the Lakers' Swiss Army knife, providing a little bit in every category. But remember, this is all just my opinion. Let me know in the comments if you think I got anything wrong. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on post notifications, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.